Carla and Ari in the morning.
Hi, Ari. Happy New Year. How are you?
Hey, Carla. I'm good. Happy New Year. How you doing?
I'm good. That's a cute hoodie you got on.
Yeah, you got a pretty nice hoodie there yourself.
Are the students going to get them?
Yeah, they can pick them up Friday along with all of the supplies they need for semester 2 at school between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m.
Okay. In which building?
In the main building in Suite 205.
Yeah. And you know what I heard? I heard that the teachers and Leslie and Marta and Estela and Gabby and a bunch of other people made like cute little goodie bags for students.
Yeah, that's right. So don't forget to go to school this Friday and between 10 and 4 and pick up your goodie bags and your amazing Arise hoodies.
And guess what? On top of that, we now have a new thing called the Arise Advisory Challenge.
Hey, advisory challenges. What is going to be our advisory challenge?
Well, the first advisory challenge is to pick up your hoodie and supplies and take a fun, funny, cool, creative photo with your hoodie. Like, for example, you could have a photo of your dog wearing your hoodie.
That would be hilarious. I love dogs and hoodies. I mean, I love dogs and anything really, but dogs and hoodies is pretty great.
You will send your photo to your advisor, and the advisory that has the most photos will win some fun Arise swag.
Hey, that sounds awesome. All right, well, let's see which advisory is going to get the most. I have some ideas about who I think is going to win, but we'll see.
Our last advisory challenge was won by Miss Duan's advisory and Miss Hannah's advisory, and they split the prize. So let's see that's ninth grade going strong there. Let's see, who wins the next one.
We can get some other grade levels up in that competition. Cool. Well, did you know that there's another holiday coming up soon?
What? When?
Yeah, like we just had 2 weeks off, but Monday, January 18th, there's no school.
Oh, how come?
Super important holiday. We are celebrating the wonderful and amazing Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It's his birthday. We're celebrating that. No school.
Nice. So please remember that there will be no school. That also means that's a week without Carla and Ari in the morning. I hope y'all are able to survive. It's also a good time to read up on Dr. King, and it's a good time to take those photos with those hoodies.
Yeah, so Thursday the 21st is your last day to submit those photos. We'll be tallying them up on Friday and figuring out who the winner is of this advisory hoodie challenge.
Nice. That's a really fun way to start the year. I like it. I'm excited to look at all the photos, post them on Insta and on the newsletter. So yeah, excited to see what y'all come up with. I don't know about you, Ari, but this whole COVID pandemic, it's getting pretty old.
Yeah, I'm really tired of being stuck inside all the time, not being able to see my friends and my family, not being able to give and receive hugs, and definitely tired of not being able to be at school with all of our amazing community.
If I had known last March that hug I gave you was our last hug, I would have hugged you and squeezed you much harder.
Absolutely.
There's a little bit of hope, though. There are 2 approved vaccines now, and I now know 5 people that have gotten vaccinated because they're like firefighters, first responders. They work in the medical field, and so that's really, really exciting. Whenever it's your turn, y'all, really, really encourage you to get the vaccine so that we can all be safe. Really, really excited for a future where we can all be together.
Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, I know there's still going to be a little bit of time before it's safe even with the vaccine, but I'm so excited about this idea of having enough people vaccinated that we can all be together again in a way that is safe.
Yeah, there's hope. And, new year, the vaccine, I feel like there's, a lot of things happening that, can make us see the world in a little bit of a brighter light, because I know that it's been really hard. All right, so for our first episode of the year, we have some guests. We have have Danny as our guest, who is also wearing his new hoodie. Look at that.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, Danny. How are you?
Happy New Year to both of you.
Happy
I'm
New
good.
Year.
Yeah. So, Danny, can you remind people what you do here at Arise?
Sure. I have to remind myself sometimes because I do a lot of different things behind the scenes, but I am the pathway coordinator at Arise. And so, as folks know, we're a public and community health pathway. And so my role really is to bring community and industry partners into our Arise community, bring our Arise students out into the community through work-based learning opportunities like internships or service learning, and really make those deeper connections to our pathway theme on a college and career journey.
What's our pathway theme, Danny?
It's public and community health for the people.
Oh, never been more important than now.
Absolutely, that's for sure.
You know, it's funny that you just came in because we were just talking about the vaccine and we watched a really cool video about it. And we were just talking about how excited we are when it's our turn to get it.
Absolutely, and I hope that's coming soon. My wife is a ICU nurse, and so she received her first round last week, and so that's exciting. And she'll be getting her follow-up in the coming weeks. And so she's been talking a lot about people's apprehension to doing it, but that's starting to change the more that folks on the front line are getting it and sharing that information, and they're coming back and not turning into zombies. It's a good sign. So we're hoping more and more people will get it.
Hey, so what are some opportunities and things coming up since you manage all of these, Danny?
So yeah, some cool things that are happening. So this week we're gonna relaunch our public health speaker series. And so we'll be starting with 11th graders. We'll have an organization called Genesis Works that will be joining and providing our juniors to learn about opportunities to have a year-long paid internship for their senior year, which is really cool. And from there, we'll have new upcoming professional health speakers talking to different grade levels, and we'll have more information with that. And then next week, the day after Martin Luther King Day on Monday, we're going to be having our first ever virtual collaborative community action research project day, or the Public Health CARP Conference Day. And so this will be an opportunity for each grade level to go deeper into their CARPs, and we'll have a mix of professionals coming in as guest speakers and panelists and workshops. And so we're really excited to offer that and provide that. And we'll have some upcoming information in this week's slides that will give you more information about your grade level specific presenters.
That's so cool. I heard such great things about some of the speakers that came last semester and presented, from teachers and from students, just saying how cool the presenters were. And I know that there's some really awesome people coming for the CARP presentation too. So that's super exciting.
Awesome. Yeah. And I have to say that our partners say the same thing about the experience coming into our Arise virtual community, and really are blown away by all the work that our students are doing around these CARP themes, and just every day putting in everything that they do towards their education. So they're really happy to support us.
That's awesome. Hey, before you leave,
yeah,
how's your puppy?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Squid. She's getting.
Squid is getting so big. Very cute. Well, thank you for coming by, Danny.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So good to see you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. See you soon.
All right, everybody. So right when we thought that, we had a lot going on and a lot of things happening with the pandemic and with everything that was going on politically, we definitely got some different experiences last week. Really felt like a little bit of whiplash, Ariana, as we heard about the amazing voter turnout in Georgia. That's the biggest thing that I really want to talk about. There was a lot of voter suppression happening in Georgia, and Stacey Abrams really, for the past few years has pulled people together so that voter turnout is much higher, especially in the Black community. So that was amazing to see.
Yeah, and it meant that there was a shift in the Senate now. So now previously Republicans had the majority in the Senate, now Democrats do, which means that, a lot of the things that Joe Biden was proposing are more likely to be able to get passed and to move through in ways that might not have been able to happen before.
Yeah, and regarding of anybody's political views, right? Like more voter turnout and more people able to vote is really an incredible thing. And so we very much support that and we want to celebrate that. The same day that we heard about the outcome of that election, however, we had, as you all know by now, a group of domestic terrorists invade the Capitol building and really do a lot of damage and tried to and succeeded in stopping the certification of the election. However, once the building was cleared, Congress was able to come back and finish that work. I think that they were in session till 4:00 in the morning, so that they could certify the election results and declare Joe Biden and Kamala Harris the president and vice president elect. So I think it definitely was a huge event and an event that we will be hearing about, and that a lot of consequences will come out of it. I think it was very positive, though, that the election was able to be certified even after that horrific event happened. Unfortunately, as of the filming of this episode, there have now been 5 folks that have died as a result of that insurrection.
Yeah, so I definitely heard a lot of people talking about that being one of the biggest threats to our democracy that we've seen. It's a pretty significant event in history, and I think there will continue to be layers that unfold around it that we'll understand better. I know I still have there's certain things about it that I still don't really get. And so I'm going to continue to work on educating myself better so I understand what does it really all mean and what was it really all about.
Yeah, and I think that, in the many layers that you mentioned, one of them is obviously that the insurrectionists were a majority white mob, and their response from the police was very different than the response that Black Lives Matter protesters had. And, that really brings to the forefront, the racial injustice in this country. And, I know that it definitely has hit me really hard. And I know that it has hit our community really hard to just see that so violently displayed. The other thing is that as an outcome of this, many folks in Congress are calling for impeachment. And, obviously we filmed this ahead of time, so we don't really know what is going to be happening by the time you watch this. But as of the recording of this, Nancy Pelosi has been asking for articles of impeachment to be introduced. And, we will keep you updated as events unfold. And we also want to really uplifted. Some folks really want to talk about this, and some folks are like, yep, this is happening and there's very little that I can do to control it. And so therefore I want to keep going with my day and uplift myself and my family and my education. So just know that whatever it is that you need, there's no right or wrong response to this. And that if you need support, please reach out to us, let us know, reach out to your advisor. We're here for you. So we'll keep you updated and informed, because that's what Carla and Ari in the morning does. 3, 2, 1, go. Hydrate. Good. Yeah, I forget to drink water sometimes because we're at home and it's so easy to just be looking at Zoom all day and not hydrate. So remember to hydrate, y'all.
Hydration.
Mm-hmm. And Happy New Year. Love you.
Lots of love. Mwah.
Carla and Ari in the morning.
Yep, that's going in the outtakes.